Greg Sankey got a lot of grief this week because he has been pushing to expand the NCAA tournament so that big conferences get more bids. They're more deserving than the little guys like, say, Yale and Oakland. The problem is Yale and Oakland then beat Auburn and Kentucky this week, and all of America, including myself, who doesn't want the tournament to expand, and I'm okay if the little guy still has a crust of bread occasionally. We're all laughing at Greg Sankey having to eat that pie right in his face. But did he have the worst week this week? Bob, I'm going to start with you. Greg Sankey took it on the chin as the SEC went 3-5 in their first round with two of their crown jewels losing to the very teams he says aren't as deserving. Mm-hmm. Bruce Pearl, well, he just lost in another upset. He's been at Auburn for 10 years. He's been to 6 tournaments, 3 exits in the second round, 2 in the first round. He had the incredible Final Four run.
Right.
And then he also had 1 year where he wasn't even eligible. So Pearl not doing he won the SEC tournament, but as we learned a couple of years ago, no one cares. Then you got John Calipari.
Speaking of which.
Then you got John Calipari, who lost again early. His last 4 or 5 years in the tournament have been bad, but he keeps coming out and saying, yeah, but look at we're playing all these young kids, we're getting them to the NBA.
Right.
I'm like, are they paying you for that? I thought they were paying you to win in Kentucky. I don't think they were running a daycare center. So, Bob, I ask you, who had the worst week? Sankey, Pearl, Calipari.
You know, I would like to go with Sankey simply because he keeps showing up in just about every story I'm reading about the tournament. There's a Greg Sankey reference, but it had to be John Calipari. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kentucky is just a different world when it comes to their basketball expectations. And one, people wouldn't have liked it if they had lost to Gonzaga or Kansas or North Carolina. Yeah. But to lose to Oakland, and then
2 years after you lose to St. Peter's.
And a lot of fans are sitting there going, well, they came all the way from the Bay Area. No, it wasn't even at Oakland. So I think it was Calipari because a lot of people now are saying the only thing keeping you here after this year is a $33 million buyout. I don't know if that's true. I thought he improved that team.
Kentucky's got the money to pay that.
Yeah.
I think so. But I thought he got the team better. But yeah, in the end, you're what? In the past 5 years, you won 2 tournament games of all types.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just
Chuck, who's the loser of the week?
I think it's Calipari. I mean, and even in his post game, he's talking about rethinking his approach and playing freshmen that are 18 and 19 years old against 24 and 25-year-old players. Like, maybe I'm not doing it the right way. And then you brought up the financial thing, John. He's talking about we help so many kids and their families financially. Well, he's been helped pretty good financially too. But I mean, at Kentucky, 2 years out of 3. To lose to St. Peter's and then to lose like you did, no, I think that's the big loser. And you're hearing more and more Kentucky fans saying, give us Bruce Pearl. They'd love to have Bruce Pearl.
Because they would have much rather lost to somebody else.
Yeah, it would have been better to lose to Yale. All right, Josh, who's the bigger loser?
Yeah, my initial reaction would be Cal because he's there to win national titles. They're not close to competing for him based on the results. I'm not going to say him, though, because we should all be so lucky to have people debate, should somebody pay me $33 million to not work? I'm going to go Sankey because I just thought what he said was obviously wrong and was going to be made fun of no matter the results of the tournament. But then to have the results go right back into your face immediately. Right. And Greg Sankey is a guy that he is supposed to be helping lead the charge to what the future is of college athletics. Yeah. And now he has a lot of people rallying against him in his role of whatever the future of college sports will be.
Well, and the whole push for the 14 teams and the automatic bids,
right.
And the SEC, that got shot down really quick when it came out. So he's not exactly – he also was for the 9-game schedule, and his own president said no. So he's not exactly on a win streak right now, aside from cash, which is the ultimate winner, I guess. Vince, very quickly, who's the loser of the week?
Yeah, and to the Calipari thing, to the SEC thing, I think that now we're going to hear coaches say, well, you know, we're beating each other, and like
exactly.
You know, it's too difficult to get through. So what can we do to find a way to have postseason success? I do think it's Calipari, and his explanation of it, I thought, was completely inaccurate. Oh, this got old on us all of a sudden. All of a sudden? No, we've been trending this way.
You haven't been a winner since COVID.
Right. Our guys are, 18, 19. Everybody else has an average age of like 24, 25. No, they don't. They have some older players. not
Exactly.
Average.
Right.
It's still by his
Exactly.
choice.
Right.
It's
Right.
still by his choice.
And he said,
because
well, should I change? Well, yeah.
Yeah, you should. I think it's Calipari because nobody can get rid of Greg Sankey. Nobody at Auburn's talking about getting rid of Bruce Pearl. They are talking about it. at Kentucky.
Exactly.
I don't know. It may be murmurs, but it's being talked about.